Okay, so I have gone ahead to cut out the front pattern, and now we are going to use this front pattern to draft out the back pattern. Note, I have not cut out that half inch that I went down. I haven't cut it out. This is it. This is the side, this is the center front. You remember we went up by half inch here and then came down by half inch, and then we use our French curve to curve it. So this is the straight line, the original straight line that we had before. So I haven't cut it out. That's because I want to use this to cut out the back. So once I am done with cutting out the back, I can then cut out this half inch out and then draft out our band on both front and back pattern. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll come down a bit, and then I used pin to secure the front pattern on the down for the back pattern. So what I'm going to do, I will cut out the hip line here. I'll slash it and spread it open. You don't need to cut it all through, just leave a little. You don't cut it all through, you just leave a little here like this. So since the person's hip is 41, I'll go up by 1 to 1.5 inch, 1 to 1.5 inches up like this. So I'll spread it open. This is the upper part. When you close it, it's like this. So I'm going to spread it open like this. I'll spread it open like this. It's equal with this part here. So I'll mark out, let me just make it 1 inch. I'll mark out 1 inch here and put a point here like this. So I'll go ahead and use my marker, my masking tape to tape it down on this part here. I'll tape it down here and also take this place down to secure it. I'll tape here down to secure it. So I'll go ahead and get the crotch extension. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that I added half inch seam allowance on this side and this side. This is it. I added half inch allowance, sewing allowance all the way down, and then one inch allowance on the side seam. So I'll just tape this down like this and tape this down too to secure it properly. So for us to get the back crotch extension, you have to divide your hip by 10. You divide it by 10. So when I divided this hip by 10, it gave me 4.1. It gave me 4.1. So I will go ahead and mark out the 4.1 on this original hip extension line. I'll go ahead on this original hip extension line. This line here, this is the original hip extension. This is our sewing allowance here. So I'll go ahead and mark it on this original hip extension 4.1. This is 4.1 here. This is 4.1. So I will go ahead and mark 4.1 on that line. I'll mark it. I'll put a point there. 4.1. I'll use my ruler to make a straight line. I have to secure the ruler so that it does not move around. So I'll mark out the 4.1 out. Please make sure the line is straight. Make sure the line is straight. I'll mark it out like so. I'll mark it out. So this is the 4.1 here. Remember, I said that this is the 4.1 here. This is it. From this hip line, from this crotch extension, we extended it. That's for the back, 4.1. Remember, I said it's not a fitted trouser, it's a palazzo trouser. So I'm going to mark. You can as well do this 4.1 straight down to the hemline, but I am going to give it a little curve down to the knee line. So on this knee line, instead of making it 4.1, I'm going to make it, let's say, 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches. That's what I will make. 3.5 inches from this line here. Please, not on the seam allowance. From the line here, the original line here, I'll mark out the 3.5 inches, like so. Make sure it's on a straight line. If it's not on a straight line, it will affect the fitting and it will make the trouser have a funny shape. So you mark out this line like so. You mark it out all the way down. You also put the 3.5 inches all the way down. So I've gone ahead to mark the 3.5 inches all the way down. I'm going to use my masking tape to secure this front pattern down because I realize it's moving all around and I don't want anything to spoil my pant fit. I don't want anything to spoil the fit, so I would tape it down with my masking tape. Okay, so after I have marked the line down to the hem line, remember this, our original hip line. We'll go out. Remember, we went out by a 1/4 inch on our hip line. So we'll also do the same thing for the back. We'll also do the same thing for the back. Please note on this line here, this line, go out by 1/4 inch and then connect it up to this place here. I'm going to use my tracing wheel to do that. So after I have connected this to that line, to that point I marked, the 1/4 inch I marked out, I'll connect it to the back line, then connect it to the front line. Let me use my straight ruler. I'll connect it to the front line like so. So I'll use my tracing wheel to do this so that I can see it at the back. I'll use my tracing wheel. I can see it at the back, and then also use my tracing wheel to trace out this place. Please note that for the back, we are not adding we're not adding another half inch, just the way we did for the front, because it's already here, it's already on this front pattern here, it's already there. So you just use your tracing wheel to trace it out. Use your tracing wheel to trace it out, just the way I am doing it. And then for this side here, you make it straight. You make it straight with this line. Use my long ruler. For this line, this back pattern, this is the back pattern here, this is the front pattern. You cannot cut it like this. If you cut it like this, it will give you a funny shape. So you just have to make it straight with this line. Let it connect into the pattern, into the front pattern. Note, all our allowances are on this inseam part. So you just make it straight with this line. Let it blend in so that it gives you a perfect shape. Let it blend in. A perfect shape and fit. Let it blend in. So I have blended it in. Let me use my marker pen to highlight it. I've blended it in. I'll use my marker pen to highlight it so that you can see it properly. So this is what we have. I'll go ahead and open this, remove this front pattern from the back pattern, and then this is where I traced out. I'm just going to highlight it out so that you can see it. I'll go ahead and use my marker pen so that you can see it properly. So after doing that, you have to close up your front pattern, the hip line. You have to close it up. You have to close it up. You close it up. Note, don't forget to trace out the crease line also for the back pattern. I'll trace it out now like this, so you see. I'm going to trace out the crease line for the back pattern, and then you will see it properly. is how the front pattern looks like. This is how it looks like. This is the front pattern. This is the sewing allowance here, and then the 1-inch sewing allowance here. So this is how the front pattern looks like. You can see it. And this is how the back pattern looks like. This is how the back pattern looks like this. This is how it looks like. So thank you for your time out with me, and I will be expecting you on my next video on how to join this pattern, cutting it on a fabric and joining it. Please like and subscribe to my channels, give me a thumbs up and share my videos. Turn up your notification bell for new updates. Thank you.